goddamn bird.
Oh, shit. Baby, you okay? Baby, where you at? Y'all see this? I'm shocked. Like,
why are we slicing the tree? The tree's bleeding!
I would simply just turn around and go back in the house, bruh.
Welcome back to the channel, family. It's your guy Trip 5, back again with another creepy video compilation. Let's get right into the video, y'all.
I told y'all Diddy was a distraction. That doesn't mean he's innocent. I thought it was just for the election. It's bigger than that. Now you got the port workers striking. And part of the reason they striking is they getting tired of transporting trafficked slaves. And so they need Diddy's allegations to distract us from the real trafficking allegation. The Amazon workers are striking. I told you this is the age of revolution. Y'all didn't want to listen to me. Pluto is going into Aquarius. The next 16 years will be drama for your mama. I don't care where you live. The universal order is demanding revolutionary chaos for the next 16 years. What are black people going to do about that? We going to keep on being distracted with social media, or we going to get up and try to fight for our liberation politically, economically, socially, spiritually, culturally? This eclipse right here is opening the solar vortex. Harriet Tubman's full moon is opening the solar vortex. Full moon on October the 17th is opening the revolutionary vortex. You got 16 years of revolution. We're going to lose people we love, God forbid. There's going to be accidents. There's going to be chaos. There's going to be drama because Orisha Oya got to clean up the old to make way for the new. It means anything that does not serve divine order will be exposed or destroyed. That's what it means. Anything from anyone, institutions, you're going to see black churches get exposed, white churches get exposed, politicians, celebrities, community leaders, activists, traffickers, scammers, you name it, brothers and sisters. Husbands cheating on their wives will be exposed. Women cheating on their husbands will be exposed. It's the time of the storm.
Hey, you know he was spitting nothing but facts. You know, I've been saying this for years, that is endgame. You know, it's not the end for us. It's the end of their system. And you know, first shall be last and last shall be first. You know, that revolution energy is back on the planet. You know, this is a significant time in history. What are we going to do with this energy? Are we going to continue to be distracted? Or are we going to come together and do what's necessary to bring justice to these people who have been doing this wrong for years and years? But the media is distracting you with something big. You should always look and focus on what they trying to hide. It's basically like a smoke screen. Change is definitely happening right before our eyes.
Look at this shit. There's fucking pictures of fucking girls on here, bro. Fucking serial killer shit. What the fuck?
You know, I heard a lot of strange and creepy things about that Star Island. And you know what's really crazy about it is that a shipping dock with multiple containers is directly across from that island. I've also heard that there's underground tunnels connected to each house on that island. You know, I don't know if that's true or not, but it sounds believable. And you know, the missing kids signs, you know, I don't know if that's Walmart or I don't know where that's at, but it's a crazy world we live in, y'all. And you know, until we stand up and do something about it, this is gonna continue to happen. Search up how much kids go missing each year in America. You will be shocked by the numbers.
What's good? My name is Charity Crop. You know what I like? Galaxies. You know what a galaxy looks like? A hurricane. You know what a hurricane looks like? A seashell. You know what a seashell looks like? Your ear. Did you know that you resemble a galaxy? 1.618 is known as the golden ratio, the mathematical value that is found throughout the universe that seems to hint towards a common factor between everything. The fingerprint of God. You know what a fingerprint looks like? The top of your head, the inside of a head of cabbage. It seems that both your head and the head of cabbage were designed, perfectly, mathematically designed. But that would imply a designer. Is there a God? Well, the atoms in your body are traceable to exploded stars in the sky. So physicist Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson says that not only are you in the universe, but the universe is in you. You are literally stardust. The law of conservation of mass states that matter can be changed from one form into another. Mixtures can be separated or made, and pure substances can be decomposed. But the total amount of mass remains constant. In other words, the total mass of the universe is constant. Whenever matter undergoes a change, the total mass of the products of that change is the same as it was in the beginning. In fact, it is scientifically law, a fact, that your body mass has been here since the beginning of the universe. You are 13.8 billion years old. The time you've spent here on Earth is just how long you've been aware of your existence. But in actuality, you have been here since God said, "Let there be light." You said it with him. Are you God? Are you God? Speaking of God, did you know that there are about 20 numbers that dictate the state of this universe? The mass of an electron, the strength of gravity, electromagnetic force, numbers that create our universe. World-renowned physicist Dr. Brian Greene says that these numbers have been measured with incredible precision, but no one has an explanation as to why they have the particular values that they do. He says that if any one of these numbers were altered in even the slightest way, our entire universe would cease to exist. Our universe has been designed, perfectly, mathematically designed. But that would imply a designer. Is there a God? You ever felt like you were being watched, stared at? Then you turn around and see, yup, that weird guy 6 tables away was indeed staring at you. How did you know that? Could this be proof that there is some other medium by which information can be received other than the 5 senses? Do you see dead people? Probably not, but you do feel eyes. You do think about that person that you haven't talked to in months, and then suddenly they call your phone. You do dream about things before they happen. You do speak about people and then they just pop up. You have created things out of sound. Speaking of which, did you know that if you take a plate of salt and place certain sound frequencies at it, that the vibrations will cause the salt to form into perfect geometric shapes? These are pictures of sand created by simply exposing them to strong sound vibrations. Words can literally manipulate the matter around you. This is a picture of jars of rice after 27 days of speaking to them. The jar on the right, people only said "I love you" to it. The jar on the left, people only said "I hate you" to it. And thus, the "I hate you" jar molded astoundingly quicker. These are pictures of ice crystals. The bottom row was spoken to positively as they froze. The top row was spoken to negatively as they froze. These are the results. You can speak your world into existence. There is power in your words. John 1:1 from the King James Version of the Bible says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." String theory postulates that the entire universe, including me, you, and this screen that you're looking at me on, is composed of microscopic vibrating strings of pure energy. Sound. Words spoken in a language that we don't fully understand. Living words. You are the living word. Are you God? If so, nice to meet you. I love you.
Everything is literally connected. You know, sources within us all. Once you understand energy, frequency, and vibration, then you have the keys to the universe. The universe communicates through numbers. So, you know, if you're seeing the same number over and over again, make sure you search it up, because it may have a special meaning for you. You know, everyone wasn't created the same way. You know, Black and Latino people are the original people. This is why we're so completely different from the rest. And our skin absorbs the sun while other races get extreme sunburn. You know, some people don't want to hear the truth. And you know, we finally waking up and breaking these spells that have been placed on us. You know, we were snaked out of our position on this planet. Now we're remembering who we are and regaining our power. You know, God have always been within us. To reach the God state, you have to activate all of your chakras so the Kundalini energy can rise through your spine all the way up to your third eye.
Everything without a soul will be eradicated, and everything that's vibrating low will be too. Why do you think I'm using eradicated? Having a soul makes you a powerful being. It means you never die. You keep coming back, and you live, you go wherever you want to go. You are a multi-dimensional being when you have a spirit and soul, which all of you 9 ether beings have. But if you vibrate low at a time when the ancestors getting the planet back in order because it has been done wrong and the planet herself is fighting back to get the parasites off her, you are working against the grain. You will be eradicated. That means soul and spirit completely destroyed. Now that would be like sort of a true death, even though it don't exist. But your soul, back home on our home planet, technology is so advanced, way past here, so they have no clue. Back home, your soul can be disintegrated. It's technology for that back home on our home planet of Xylanthia, which is Sirius X, where we all come from. And energy never dies. When it's disintegrated, it becomes compounded into just dark matter. That means you just will be a part of a vacant space and possibility. You will no longer have your spirit soul to be the ancient one creating. You will not just be a part of whatever's created. So this is what I'm telling you. Increase your frequency.
Hey, shout out to Rashad Jamal. He spread a lot of information out there that helped the collective. And he's still doing it to this day while he locked up.
Isis Wisdom speaks on different timelines and the butterfly effect.
It's in the completion year of this timeline matrix and the way that you know it. This is the reason why you see all kinds of things going on weird that you see happening, such as all types of different people being brought into the country of the United States. The United States is in its karmic year. Its time is up. So now you are seeing right before your eyes the unraveling now of all the existence that you've ever known. The country that you lived in, that you loved so much, and the matrix that's been controlling it is all falling apart. It doesn't matter what others are doing. They're shifting themselves right on up out of here. They don't care. They're just going to another timeline. And you guys think that you're stuck here, but you're not. Now I'm going to school you on something that's going to trip y'all out. Did you know that your phone or your computer or your television, depending on what dimension you're operating on or which timeline you're operating on, gives you the capacity to see the various different timelines going on at the same time? For an example, I saw how they announced James Earl Jones passing away, but they did that 2 years ago, if you guys remember. I got him up on my Instagram from 2 years ago saying, rest in peace to James Earl Jones. And here we go again, rest in peace to James Earl Jones. They've been announced him. Same thing with Richard Gere when he passed away. Same thing with Frankie Beverly and Mays. He passed away twice. There's a few people that actually left and then came back and then left again. Now, you're not experiencing what we call the Mandela effect. You're experiencing what we call the butterfly effect. Okay? Some of you guys, oh, you said the same thing, Feminine Logic? Yes, that is correct. He's been gone. Now, for those of you that are operating with higher vibrational frequencies, you are now just what we call the observer.
Are these timelines colliding with each other? Let me know if you've been experiencing this. Like you've seen a celebrity or someone die, and you remember them being dead like a long time ago. Comment below your thoughts.
What if I told you right beneath your feet there's an underground network of tunnels and mega cities built for the world's most powerful people? I'm not talking about your average subway system. No. I'm talking about entire cities, bigger than New York, but they're invisible. You've never seen them. You've never even heard of them, but they're there. You really think they'd build all these subway systems and just stop there? Not make anything for themselves? No, think about it. The oligarchs, the tech giants, the royalty, they just built subway systems and left it at that. Do you really believe that? No. They've got entire luxury cities down there. Mega cities with everything they could ever need. We're talking private hospitals, gourmet restaurants, entertainment hubs that make Vegas look like a children's arcade. They don't just survive, they thrive in ways we can't even imagine. And guess what? They're powered by renewable energy that you and I can't even access. The kind of energy that would wipe out the need for oil, gas, or even electricity as we know it. It's so advanced, they don't want us knowing it exists. There's an underground bullet train faster than anything you've ever seen that connects these megacities. Want to go from one luxury underground city to another? You're there in minutes. No traffic, no pollution, just pure, uninterrupted access to the kind of life we'll never see. They're preparing for something. Some say it's climate change, others think it's the collapse of society. But whatever it is, these oligarchs have an escape plan, and it's been in place for years. The tunnels, the cities, they're not just for now, they're for the future. They're for after the world up here collapses. And when that happens, the question is, where will you be? Because while we're stuck in the chaos, they'll be sipping champagne and living like kings underground, right beneath our feet. The truth is down there. You just have to look. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is just a joke for entertainment purposes.
They thought it was a joke, boy. There was so many birds out here, man. I'm talking about, they flew all in folk room. They out here dead on the goddamn balcony and shit. One flew in Cooney head. She was hollering like a scald cat, John. You hear me? Man, that was my room full of goddamn birds.
Baby, you okay? Baby, where you at? Oh my God, baby, where you at?
Man, that was my room full of goddamn birds.
Baby, you okay? Baby, where you at? Oh my God, baby, where you at?
Yeah, my boy said, ooh. What the fuck you close?
You know, there's been videos of like these birds basically like warning everyone that a storm is coming. They were making like strange noises and all types of things. That kind of remind me of the movie Leave the World Behind, when the dead was acting strange, and you know, let me know what y'all think about that.
Right, 7 really strange videos. What's is the trees shedding skin? Or it might be a snake. Leg it then. Or what spider's been at that tree? Because whatever it is, hey, I ain't even gonna bother you. You crack on. Why are we slicing the tree? The tree's bleeding! Call Leona Lewis because I keep... Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. What? When do trees bleed? What in the hole is that? What's that floating? Get me off the water. Get me off this... I don't even want to know where that even leads. What even is he... Someone's done that. That's not just been that. The tree's not sat there holding some... Oh, it's Voldemort! He's back! He's back! Oh, the tree's spreading. Whoa. And then it's closing. What? What in the Harry Potter? That's the entrance to Hogwarts. I'm saying it with Chet.
No way they're gonna kill this pigeon.
I promise you, you only see a video like that in New York. You know, them birds just committed murder on video. You know, they just flew away like nothing happened. R.I.P. to my son Pidgey, man. He probably owed them bread or something. Like literally bread. You know, and you know they got tired of waiting or something. What other explanation could it be?
Stop believing everything y'all see, especially on social media. Y'all see this? I'm shocked. Like, how is that not his head? Look how realistic this looks. I'm not gonna lie. They had me all the way fooled. Look at that. That's not even him.
Let me tell you about him. Yo, in she came with the same type game, the type of girl giving out the fake cell phone the name. Big fame.
What yours? Ah, zo. No. Itulah. Wah. Video. Nah, bedi kaza breaking ne yanda.
ابراهيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله ابراهيم كيف
إلى فوق
ولك انت ساحر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم انا مش ضايل معك بسم الله
انزلي إلي إلى هنا
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
ارجعي
بسم الله
اصعدي إلى فوق
بسم الله
فوق
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ابراهيم اختفت بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
ارجعي إلي
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
استطعتي ارجعي.
Let me know, do y'all think that video is fake or not? To me, it looked like somebody invisible riding a broom or something. Or some Harry Potter type shit. If they didn't get that on video, whoever they told that story to would not believe them at all.
If I walked outside my crib and I seen some shit like this, I would simply just turn around and go back in the house, bruh. Cause what the fuck? As impressive as that is physics wise, why is you spending another man on your forehead, bro? And who came up with the idea? You could tell they rehearsed that.
Cause I'm sick and tired of a bitch who was willing to sacrifice her own family and everybody thinks she great. Like, now that I'm starting to see, cause I never really paid too much attention because I know that she was selected to try to replace me in some way. So I never really spent a lot of time focusing on her because I knew she was a plant. When I look at the predatory way that she was looking for the same kind of relationship with Clive Davis as Whitney Houston had, I said, oh, Whitney Houston famous, big fame. Damn, is your mama and the baby, you can be Whitney Houston too. And then when I seen her on the Clive on the red carpet, and somebody asked her about Clive. And she said, Clive is my everything. I'd be nothing without Clive. And then it makes you think about the first Whitney Houston tribute when she was really trying her hardest to look like Whitney Houston. I never really thought about it. If she was willing to fucking sacrifice Whitney Houston so she could be a bad talk show host.
Jack, so to play devil's advocate, for those that say Jaguar Wright is jealous of their careers.
Why would I be jealous of sacrificing people and accepting false accolades for shit that I didn't earn?
You know, I've heard that Clive Davis is one of the worst ones out there. The things that you gotta do for fame is outrageous. And you know, I believe some of them don't get to choose who they want to sacrifice. You know, it just happens. And you know, some artists regret it, like Kanye. And some of them move forward like nothing happened.
So apparently it's illegal to talk to whales and dolphins without being fined $100,000 because whales and dolphins are so intelligent that they are comparable to human as far as their intellect goes. And in some countries, they're actually given the right to personhood, which is non-person human rights. It says they have the right to liberty, freedom, and to not be held captive and to live however they want to live. So being held in captivity in some countries is very, very illegal to do for dolphins and whales. Not only that, like, you would think they're going to see like a gorilla or a orangutan or an ape or a monkey as a non-person human and give them the same rights. Well, that's wrong because they have such bad temperaments that they are not very reasonable when it comes to like reasoning and thinking on the same intellectual level as a human. So they're not given those rights. They're not given those rights. Not to mention, if you talk to a dolphin or a whale, it's considered harassment because they said that whales and dolphins have the ability to give consent and they don't give consent to talk to humans. So if you talk to them, it's harassment. It's just crazy because in America, there's still aquariums and they very much still have dolphins in captivity. And they have done billions of studies to prove that dolphins will try to unalive themselves when they're in captivity because they're so aware. Like, their situational awareness is crazy. Like, they're very intelligent. They're not stupid. They know what's going on. They know they're being punished when they're being punished. They know when, you know, people are treating them like crap. Like, they think like a human. So do with that information what you will.
You know, they don't want us in contact with these dolphins and whales for a reason. These species are very intelligent. You know, they are one of the most feared in the water kingdom. If you didn't know, dolphins used to help women give birth, and their babies would come out more advanced than others. This is definitely one of the reasons why they don't want us around them.
That's the cutting. And then I would do the same. Now we've mixed our blood.
That's right. I want you to be this way every time you take communion, and you ought to take it a lot. A lot.
Yes, sir.
Now his blood is in my body.
Yes, sir.
It's in there. His blood is mixed with my blood.
What up, folks? Welcome to another edition of Realist Talk on the Planet. I'm your host, The God Knowledge. Please view and comment at your own risk and discretion. Y'all gonna love this, all right? D Rose never got injured. He just didn't want to do a sacrifice or sell his whole life for fame. So, you know, he just can't play like he used to. As simple as that. Y'all didn't know that? Everybody got scripts. He just didn't want to take it to another level. I think he spoke on this on somebody's podcast from Harlem. I forgot dude's name. He a rapper. But he called it a circus because he took the oath and he really can't speak the truth. So he can speak shit in codes. Yeah, a lot of dudes never really injured. Their time is up. Allen Iverson, for example, when he left Denver to go to Detroit, he's averaging close to 30 points. He goes to Detroit, and that was it.
You know, Rose was one of my favorite players in the NBA. You know, let me know what y'all think about this. Can this be possibly true? Because around that time when Rose was in his bag, he was taking over the league. And you know, maybe they didn't want his fame interfering with LeBron fame. Let me know what y'all think about that theory.
Now, if you have a thought, you can literally be thinking about a bicycle and don't mention it, and you can open your phone up on Facebook, and what's the first suggestion you will see? A bicycle ad. And you wondering, I didn't talk about this. I thought it. Why is it in my phone? Because these things are reading the brain waves and pattern. Your brain waves is a sequence. It's like a sequel. It's a mathematical equation. If you build some type of software to read that mathematical equation, then you can translate it into the exact image or English that you needed to be, and I can tell you what you was thinking. CIA been doing this on people for the longest. It's a movie called Eraser. Have y'all ever seen Eraser where they had all this technology and can see through walls? And I think Arnold Schwarzenegger played in it, I believe. Go back and watch that movie. This movie is before I was born. I was born in 1988, and they was showing you this technology. So these things do exist, and it's all for greed and to drive a sale. So if I can take a phone, right, and my phone can read your brain patterns, or if I can get your genome sequence, there's no reason why, if you get a new phone and you really read through all of those Privacy Act laws, that you are giving over your thoughts, you're giving over your privacy, you're giving over your camera. They taking pictures every millisecond. This thing take about 3 pictures of me, and you can turn off the lights and use a UV light in it to show the phone taking pictures. The phone is constantly recording your conversation, seeing the things you like. The actual grid inside the phone or the circuit breaker is emitting the frequency.
Matrix was a banging movie to me, and the reason why I appreciated it so much was because you remember at the end when Neo realized his potential, he started to see the binary code. You remember that? The whole world. Well, that's where I'm trying to be spiritually. I'm trying to see the word of God in the whole world. So every time that agent throws a punch, I'm like, I see you. Oh, okay. You know, I'm just catching his punches. You know, so I'm not afraid. You know, I'm not afraid because I'm starting to see that. You know, things are just, situations materialize themselves, and he's an agent. You know, but here's the trick. Here's the trick. Here's the trick is that you have to remember that sometimes you can be an agent. You can be an agent to yourself. You can be an agent against someone else and not even realize that you're being used, you know? That's the Matrix.
You know, the Matrix movie have a lot of gems in it. You know, some people in your life are placed agents to make you think a certain way or think differently from the truth that's out there. They would say that, oh, you crazy, or you know, make fun of you or something to make it seem like what you saying is in reality. They don't know what's really going on, and not everybody gonna get it. I believe that you have to go through something traumatic to really wake up in the system, because you need complete isolation. Once you reprogram your mind with the things you're being guided to learn, then you will have the cheat codes to this thing we call life. But you know, that's the end of the video, yo. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys sub up. We out, y'all. See you on the next video.